Hello, Tom here. 2014 Language Challenge is coming to an end, so I wanted to make sort of a closing video to potentially showcase some of my improvements and talk a little bit about my experience. Norwegian has reached a level that some have told me is fluency, depending on one's definition. I'm very comfortable speaking in Norwegian and have even accidentally substituted English for Norwegian when trying to speak English under high-pressure situations. I'm partway through Herpelberget and have made a lot of progress on prepositions and am well on my way to having a strong command of the language before my trip to Norway in May. Jeg ganske stolt av utviklingen min når det gjelder norsk. Jeg lette en haug med overforråd og fikk øve med setningene som bruker preposisjonene som jeg hadde sett med. Jeg hørte på samtaler med forskjellige dialekter og føler klar til å snakke hele tiden når jeg reiser til Norge. Jeg vil først og fremst takke lærerne mine, Magne og Jane, som jeg skal fortsette å lære med. Takket være Italki for å gi meg den beste sjansen at jeg har hatt for å lære norsk. I also made some progress in French. I learned some new vocabulary topics such as bicycle exchanges and law enforcement related words, and I'm getting a good review of grammar that I learned not so long ago. Unfortunately, because of sudden changes at work, I had to trim back on some of my French lessons to ensure that Norwegian got the front seat it needed for preparing for my trip. Once I return from Norway and able to reduce my focus on new things in that language, I'll be able to give French some more of the time that it deserves. Ce ne serait jamais de l'argent jeté par la fenêtre d'apprendre le français sur Italki. J'ai appris un bon vocabulaire et continué en revoyant les sujets de grammaire. Et j'ai reçu de bons conseils pour pratiquer activement en écoutant. J'ai perdu un peu de temps pour mon passe-temps quand mon travail est devenu trop occupé. Après mon vacances en Norvège, je compte augmenter le temps pendant lequel j'étudie le français. Je voudrais remercier les profs qui m'aident, Marie et Tati, et vous les recommander. Chinese is probably the most significant, as I no longer feel completely lost with the words and their meanings as I once was, due to their lack of similarity with the Indo-European languages that I also study. I'm about to begin learning how to read and write, and I'm even practicing some more spontaneous conversations, albeit at a beginner's level. 我是我属虎，我有两只猫，我的男孩猫看起来像一头老虎。我跟我的老师说的时候，他说那是我的猫，我说不是。我说我通常星期四有挪威语课，他说太多了。他问我你吃了吗？的时候，我说我的晚餐比游泳吃的。我们笑。谢谢你，张小薇或者 Fanny. There were two new developments during this challenge that I'm happy about. The first is I began tutoring English. I'm enjoying that a lot and have found it to be another good way to connect with cultures and people who speak languages I haven't had the chance to start learning, but just you wait. I've also done a few instant tutoring sessions with students, and I'm feeling very good after these sessions knowing that I've helped others. I have a few regular students I very much enjoy working with, and I'm always looking for more. Ho anche cominciato a studiare italiano su Italki. Studiavo italiano per 5 mesi a Piazza d'Italia a San Francisco. Mi piace molto italiano. Questa settimana è la volta prima che ho provato Italki. Io sono un poliglota pazzo. Grazie mille, Francesco. After Norway, I plan to pick out a few new languages to begin on. The first likely being Russian, which I learned some of in college, and intend to experiment with a concept called laddering, where I utilize French as if it were my native language to learn Russian if needed. The best method, of course, is using the target language to learn it, but there will always be a point when flashcards, complicated explanations, and translations will be required. The purpose would be to force my thoughts into French, strengthening it, and separating my relationship between learning languages and my native tongue, English. On verra bien. The second will probably be German. I also studied German in college and even felt very comfortable in the language basics, but my confusion with Norwegian led me to push it off to avoid this confusion. Once I am comfortable enough with Norwegian that jeg kan sette norsk på hylle uten at jeg glemmer det, that I can put it on the shelf without forgetting it, I will begin studying German. I'm so happy that I found Italki, which is enabling me to do all these things, and I plan to stick with them for all my language needs, which will go well beyond all those I've mentioned so far. So a big thanks to Italki for sponsoring this challenge. Tack för det, grazie mille, merci beaucoup, 谢谢, spasiba, danke, kiitos, obrigado, köszönöm, danku, hvala, domo, shukran.